real in center field. He's so big that you just don't think it's going to be there. He's an elite center fielder, really good out there.
Joked about it before we came on the air that he looks like a prototypical center fielder, but after the fact, he looks like a guy that's been working the construction shift for about 15 hours. Always looks sore, always looks hurt, but makes it looks oh so easy. He really does cover a lot of ground in center field, much like a gazelle, but a big gazelle at that. Justin LeBron with a 1-ball, no strike count.
No slowdown at all headed into the wall. You know you're going to get punished for making that catch. Just, again, everything about that catch tremendous for Laviolette.
LeBron takes down an in 3-0. And the one thing, especially with the Aggies, the way they've started off the season, when Grahovac is out for the year with the labrum surgery, man, the last thing you want to see is Laviolette, getting dinged up by any stretch of the imagination. 3-0 pitch is upstairs, and it's ball 4. 4-pitch walk to the Bama shortstop. We'll bring up Coleman Mizell.
Yeah, there's two parts to this story for A&M, right? The injuries, Sadeo was a rotation arm last year. He was awesome. Grahovac was the SEC Freshman of the Year. You're the Freshman of the Year in the #1 league in the country. It's a huge loss, preseason All-American. Still waiting on Caden Sorrell and Josh Stewart to get healthy. So that's been another part of the story for the Aggies.
5 out of the zone for Patton. Mizell the DH. 6'3" sophomore. 296 on the year. 3 home runs and 12 runs batted in. LeBron will run. He's got 5 of 6 so far this year in the stolen bases. That one's in there for a strike.
I promise you that Patton is a strike thrower. The stats back that up. But LeBron is a different animal, right? Like that walk is almost, Mizell is a sophomore and people are going to make him prove it.
Two balls, 1 strike. Train rolling by just beyond the right field bleachers, as it always does. Between Blue Bell Park and Kyle Field. Across the way. Gorgeous day. College Station. 2-1. Down the way, 3 balls and a strike. .72 degrees and a slight little breeze. Not your typical south winds in Texas, not yet. Check over at first base. Not going anywhere.
Victor, Jacob Galloway he's spent a lot of time peeking at LeBron at first base. And, that's just another part of Justin LeBron's game. He's got everybody focused on him. But you worry about that when your catcher is distracted.
So 2 outs and a man at first base. Jason Torres, the third baseman, will step in. Torres off to Hialeah, Florida. Transfer from the University of Miami. Did .331 last year for the Canes. Lifted on the right field line. Not a whole lot of foul room down toward that corner area. Has no balls and a strike.
Torres is a kind of a 1980s run producer for me, Victor. Just like your physical right-handed hitter, no frills. But you get him a runner in scoring position, and you can count on him putting a ball somewhere in the outfield.
Kind of the maybe not so much the Pete Incaviglia ilk.
Less punch outs, but I love where your head's at.
1 ball, 1 strike. We'll break the ball down and in.
Dave Kingman. Now we're really going down the road.
We're going back in time now.
We're going to embrace swing and miss. Let's go.
Rob Deere.
Yes.
Here's the 1-1. A upstairs. 2 balls and a strike. Torres 1 for 8 over the weekend. Alabama team that comes into play today at 19-1. 12-1 at home. 4-0 out on the road. And they've hit well all season long. .333 team batting average with 44 home runs. Pick over to first base. LeBron easily back.
Yeah, we're going to see it all day, where Alabama's got a supernova star in LeBron at the top, but there's no place to catch your breath in this lineup. It is a very, very long group, and Bonamolo, who we'll see in the 9-hole, really is he is the consummate second leadoff hitter.
Not sure we've seen the varsity move yet by Patton. Two outs here in the first and 2-1 count on Torres, the third baseman. That hit him. Sharp breaking ball down and in, got him on the toe. And Bama with a couple of men on with 2 outs here in the first.
Just lost he really throws 2 different breaking balls, 2 right-hand hitters. He throws a slider, that's really the slider to me, and then he'll throw a curveball. Patton he's a kind of a 5-pitch guy. I think that makes it even harder to settle into a game, trying to figure out what all he's got. And I just think for any starting pitcher, the first inning is the most treacherous. Very hard to get settled in.
There's Will Hodo, the first baseman. Cuts through the first one. 20th pitch of the inning thrown by Patton. Hodo, the team leader in batting average at .403. 6 home runs, 24 runs batted in. We'll pull this one to the right side. Nice play at first base by Cash. He races to the bag, and he gets the out. So no damage for the Aggies. And Zabel, Sunday starter, giving some length. That's a pretty good problem to have, right?
First world problems for Alabama right now.
Exactly. Mike Early in his first year as head coach of the Aggies runs out this lineup. A little bit of a change. They kind of move some pieces around. Similar lineup as far as starting 9. Erickson is new to the weekend. But, of course, this lineup revolves around Jason Laviolette in the middle part of the order.
Yeah, this is, when he gets hot, obviously he can carry this offense. I think the big thing for A&M right now, Victor, is you're going to see a lineup that's pressing. You've got guys like Kent and Hensler and Laviolette that are trying too hard. They're chasing hits, and they really need a lot of traffic today, a lot of base runners to take the pressure off of each other.
Caden Kent will lead things off, the shortstop. Junior hitting .292, 3 doubles, a triple, 6 home runs, 19 runs batted in. Everyone they kind of knew who and what Caden Kent were coming out of high school, but I think kind of really cemented his name in Aggie lore last year in the Super Regionals against Oregon with the grand slam. That monstrous 7th inning. And then went on to have a fantastic College World Series, being an all-turning selection. At .327 last year. And he'll take a strike. 1-2.
I think, Victor, the narrative last year on Kent was, hey, famous last name and got hot late. I think the narrative this year is, man, this kid could be a star player. I mean, he's really come into his own this year.
That fastball just misses off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We did in the NCAA tournament, .429, 2 home runs, 14 runs batted in. Of course, his dad, Jeff, 19 years in the big leagues, and should be in the Hall of Fame. But I digress.
Dad could drive a run in now. Holy heck.
Yes, no doubt about it. Full boat. Hensler on deck, and there's a leadoff walk.
Could not have a better first AB for Texas A&M today, Victor. To me, they've been chasing hits and they've been chasing extra base hits. They need to chase first base today. A&M needs everybody committed to first base and kind of pile on Alcock if they can pull it off.
Almost kind of a like a station-to-station type of approach, right? He's trying to stay small, not try to get too big. And you're right. I think that's exactly what they've done. You know that what you're capable of doing when everything is going well, but it's kind of snowballed on them offensively because it has not gone as planned. That one's down and away for ball one on Wyatt Hensler, the third baseman. This is an Aggie team no one ever would have expected to be hitting 264 as a team with 24 home runs. Especially after all of the hoopla during the offseason. 1-0. It's a big swing and a miss. 1-1.
It's Alcock's fastball is interesting. It's a little unique. He will get some swing and miss with the fastball on occasion, even though it's not, you know, an upper 90s pitch. But it's a unique look. There's a little bit of deception to his operation.
Kevin will lead off walkover at first. The breaking ball's in there. 1-2.
I do think if you're A&M, you've got to commit to right center field with your right-handed hitters. Force or almost dare Alcock to pitch in.
To start the bottom of the first with their big boy coming to the plate.
Yeah, Wyatt Hensler, you know it's a matter of time. He's been quiet this weekend at times, and he's just too good a hitter. This is one of the two-strike approach.
Yeah, Hensler been 1 for 9 coming into play today during this weekend series. Laviolette, the center fielder, steps in. Had been batting in the number 2 spot. Dropped down to the 3 hole. And when things are going south, you try to change it up a little bit. A little different look, different feel. Laviolette at 246. 5 home runs, 21 runs batted in. 2 all but nobody out. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Laviolette's numbers tell you how dangerous he is. 246, which that's not going to last forever. But the OPS is 960. And you can see it. Last year, he had a different set of numbers coming out of the non-conference, but still plenty of time. So talented, this hitter. Balded. And 108 we're hearing was the exit velocity on a double play ball. Baseball's going to baseball, Victor.
Yep. It's funny how that works, right? You struggle, you hit missiles at guys. When you're going good, the little bloops fall in. The baseball looks like a beach ball. That first pitch misses down and away on Terrence Kill, the left fielder. Team leader in batting average for the freshman at .414. 4 doubles, 11 runs batted in. You got a man at third. That's up and in. 2 balls, no strikes.
I mean, so far, if you're A&M,
out of Atlanta.
Sorry, Victor. Yeah, 3.5 good at bats, right? If you're A&M, it's so far so good.
Inside out, 1 over to the right side. And Aggies get a couple of men on and leave 1 stranded. We'll head to the second with no score. And for a brief moment, maybe, I don't know, half a day, was maybe a Longhorn.
It's going to be a great
became the head coach.
Netflix special someday. That's right. It's going to be awesome. Can't wait till that drops.
No doubt. Norton, Snell, and Plattner for the Crimson Tide here in the second. As Patton has a no ball 2 strike count on the Bama second baseman, Brennan Norton. Senior transfer from Jacksonville State. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
It's the new era in college baseball. Rob Vaughn told us Brennan Norton is the heartbeat of this club, which is interesting. You know, it's his first year in the program after 3 years at Jacksonville State, but just that kind of kid. He's an Alabama kid too. Obviously, that helps.
I touched on it earlier as he didn't go around there. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. When you get transfers and you got multiple guys in the lineup, how difficult is that for a head coach to manage the personalities and making sure that they can fit right in so that you don't have a bump in the road throughout the course of a season?
I think, to your point, Victor, that coaches have to be less finicky these days than maybe we were 10, 15 years ago. But, you assume that Brendan Norton learned a certain style of play at Jacksonville State, and you kind of got to live with that, right? Like, that's 3 years of muscle memory. And but I think today's baseball is smaller than it's ever been. So many of these players already know each other. And Patton just floods the strike zone with so many different offerings. He gets you thinking out over the plate and then buzzes the tower. That's really well pitched right there.
Cade Snell, the left fielder, takes that breaking ball down and away. Redshirt senior. 384 on the year, 3 home runs and 17 runs batted in for the Alabama native. Started his career at Auburn at the Wallace Community College.
Two balls, another throwback. Another throwback, Victor. Cade Snell pitches, he hits, also plays with huge personality. He's very fun. Alabama's got a lineup full of fun players, but Cade Snell's at the top of my list.
He's ahead of the count of 3 balls and a strike. Snell 1 for 6 this weekend. Patton working some deep counts. 4th 3-ball count. Big swing and a miss.
Yeah, and that's not like him.
Count.
It's unusual for Patton.
Payoff on the way now. And he tried to get him to chase a breaking ball. Nice job by Snell laying off. It's a 1-out walk. Second free pass issued by Patton.
I'm going to write that one down, Victor, because what you don't want if you're A&M is the pitchers to start to feel like they've got to be perfect as the offense is struggling. And that felt like Patton maybe trying to be a little too fine, a 3-2 breaking ball, and not right down the center of the plate.
.33 total pitches so far for Patton. 14 strikes. Gets ahead. Good fastball in. Will Plattner, the junior catcher. He's been batting .333. Couple of doubles, no home runs, 6 runs batted in. Batting in the 8th spot. No one. Foul back. No balls, 2 strikes.
It's just the Alabama lineup doesn't change. They're physical 1 through 9. They really aggressive swings 1 through 9. You have to execute if you're going to handle this group.
And for the most part, they have this weekend. Starting to talk about the starting pitching for A&M.
That type of throw is going to run up the line on you. There's no way around it. So where you start your throw matters.
They're giving Plattner a single on that play. And Richie Bonamolo, the center fielder, steps in with 2 men on and 1 down here in the second. They'll take a first pitch strike. Bonamolo 375. 7 doubles, a home run, 14 runs batted in, as you mentioned. Your prototypical second leadoff man, if you will, with 7 stolen bases on the year. Good speed, tough out. He'll shoot one out toward right center field. Laviolette is there, makes the catch. No tag from Snell at second, 2 down.
Boy, Laviolette is fun to watch play the outfield. The footwork so good, working behind the baseball. Not that Snell was a huge threat to tag up on that particular ball, but a real technician in center field.
Top of the order now, and Bryce Fowler. Fowler 0 for 1, skied one to Laviolette in the first inning. That was a terrific diving play by Jace. Moving over towards left center field.
Got to have this if you're Patton, to me, Victor. I mean, you do not let LeBron get involved in this inning.
That's the thing. If you're Fowler in this situation, you got to know that you're going to get something to hit at some point in this at-bat. Take advantage of it. No need to expand the strike zone. They're going to throw you strikes just to try to avoid LeBron, who's on deck. 2 on, 2 outs. That's down the dirt. Nice play by Galloway. Still the base runner at second, Plattner at first.
Supernova looming. Hey, and here's the thing. That's what makes Alabama so good. You know, we're saying you got to get Fowler. Well, good luck with that too, right? He's really good.
This will be the 42nd pitch thrown by Patton today. Just missed that pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Boy, this is a huge pitch in the early part of this ball game.
Two on, 2 out, and a 2-2 count on Fowler. He'll swing and drive one out toward right field. Moving over is Erickson. He'll make the catch for out number 3. We're off. And it's really settled in nicely in his second year in Alabama, Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, I think everybody thought it was just a great hire. You know, Maryland in 2022, they're hosting a regional, which is not easy to do up in the Northeast. And you think about Maryland went like almost 3 full seasons without losing a Big Ten series. And Rob Vaughn's, you know, he laid the foundation for that and then coached through at least 2 of those years. So, you know, and again, not surprised to see him have success at Alabama.
No balls and 2 strikes on Gavin Cash. 262 on the year. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Gavin Cash with 2 home runs, 18 games in. I did not have that on my bingo card. This is a kid that did 27 home runs 2 years ago.
Terrific location. 1 down. Second rookie ball. Coach Vaughn. Mike Early. Little signature there. Good luck, bro. Hope to be coaching against you one day. That's pretty cool. That's some foresight right there.
How about it? They knew where they were headed. It also speaks to Victor. These are 2 of the youngest head coaches in the league. And, you know, 2 bright stars in coaching. Guys in their 30s. And this league is, you know, it is not easy to be a head coach in the Southeastern Conference. But these are 2 very talented, sharp guys.
Gets it out towards center field. Backing up on it is Bonamolo. 2 down, 2 quick outs.
I'll tell you, Victor, sound the alarm if you're Mike Early and A&M. The at-bats in the first inning were outstanding. I would say Cash and Farr, those are 2 poor at-bats right there. They looked impatient. They looked kind of like you're back to pressing. So this becomes a really important at-bat for Hayden Schott.
Grad student, veteran, 234. That got him.
Yeah, that's right. You want to wear that all day long. Take that.
Whatever helps your on-base percentage. So Coach Vaughn out to talk things over real quick with David Susi, the home plate umpire. They're going to get together.
I don't blame Rob Vaughn for asking for help here, but I will tell you, if you're A&M, everything about this, Victor, is positive. The first 2 hitters in the inning were way too fast.
Challenging the ruling of hit by pitch on the field. Previous plays under review.
So we're under review on the hit by pitch.
And it's really about whether he purposely got hit. I certainly don't think you can say that.
Tough to tell.
Very tough to tell. Certainly you couldn't say that he purposely tried to get hit. I don't think you can say that.
No, 100%.
Low to mid 90s fastball coming right at you. Who knows how you're going to react. Yeah, it's very hard to tell if it hit him.
Yep.
But I think that
motion, hit by pitch.
Yep.
I think I don't know if it's the shadow, but there's a point where the baseball crosses right in front of the pant leg. It almost looks as if the pant leg does move just a little bit. But again, it could be the shadow right there.
Yeah, I know what you're talking. Yeah, I see what you're saying there.
And oftentimes, Runes, you know how that is. It's really by the ear. You hear the umpire or the catcher will hear a little flick, and that's usually where the call comes from. And it wasn't like Schott was, immediately pointing to it either.
After review, the batter was not hit by the pitch.
Wow.
Alabama retains its challenge and still has 2 for the game.
Wow. You look, when you talk about replay, right? The definitive, I don't know that's definitive or not, but it's been overturned. So Schott will head back to the plate.
Modern scorebooking, Victor. We have to have symbols for review overturned, what I already wrote in my book.
Oh. See, fortunately, I do mine with electronic iPad, and I can just hit the back button, just take it off. I don't have to erase it or anything.
Excellent.
Yeah. Keep it simple. So 1-0 count on Schott with 2 outs. Top of the 3rd inning. When we return, we'll speak to the head coach.
Tell me about him from a center field defense standpoint. I've been blown away.
Yeah, there's 2 parts of his game that don't get talked about a lot. He's extremely fast. I'm not sure who's faster, him or TK. TK's a little quicker, but also a really good arm. He has the ability to stop runners from going to extra bases because how quick he gets to the baseball, and then has the arm. So that's been the good thing about early on for him. To be as good as he is and perceptually not be playing great, but still have a decently high on-base percentage and playing elite defense.
Coach, we appreciate your time, and hopefully things get turned around quickly for you guys.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
You got it. Mike Early in his first season at the helm for the Aggies. It's Chase Laviolette, who we were talking about, center fielder for the Ags. And potential #1 overall pick in 2025, with the potential #1 overall pick in 2026 at the plate with a 2-ball, 2-strike count at Justin LeBron.
Yeah, that was the mistake Laviolette made, as he hit the ball 108 at this guy.
Stop doing that.
Yes, right.
You got to be better.
The note to self when playing Alabama, #1, make him participate as little as possible.
3 balls, 2 fastball in, 1 down.
Hey, now there's a little momentum changer, maybe. How about stuffing this fastball in there? I'll tell you about. You see LeBron's reaction though. It's not going to faze him. That's why he's such a great player. But good on you, Miles Patton. That's a big punch out.
No doubt. Coleman Mizell, the DH, steps in now. You alluded to it the last inning for Patton. If he'd be able to throw the fastball in, especially to right-handed batters, much like he did to Brennan Norton leading off the 2nd inning, you could really keep guys off the plate. You almost have to pick a side, right? Split the plate in half and pick one. And I'm surprised that more guys don't do it. Pitch inside. And I'm talking about, especially from left-hander perspective against right-handers, when you have so many pitches that are out over the plate and away from you. Guys that's what they're doing. They're hunting, and that's why they're hanging over the plate. That's why they got all the gear on. But as we've seen with you can locate a fastball in. That will lock up even the best players, especially when you get into a deep count situation.
It's a huge weapon. If you can pitch into right-handed hitters in college baseball, boy, it is just a huge advantage.
2 balls, 2 strikes. I know it's a tough lineup for Patton to be facing, but you're hoping for a quick inning. You're trying to get in and out of here, get the guys back in the dugout. Pitch count's already gone up, especially with prolonged.
Starting to figure him out. It's a guy that with some feel for the barrel that can hit.
So some more traffic against Miles Patton. First one's down and in, and that gets away. Galloway able to corral that pitch. Mizell will take second, so Torres will have a man in scoring position in a 1-0 count.
Yeah, and this is what you worry about for A&M, Victor. Like that ball should not get past a catcher in Division I baseball, right? And so you worry if you're A&M that the frustrations on offense lead to some sloppiness on defense. That's a gift of 90 feet right there.
Was ruled a wild pitch as Torres cuts through it. It's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. One and two. Torres hit by a pitch in the first inning, so no official AB for him as of yet. And Mike, to your point about when teams are going bad, things start to snowball on you. You're right. I mean, you start to press not only with yourself personally offensively, but defensively, and it's almost like a virus. It just kind of goes.
Yeah, and we all know that when you try too hard in baseball, it gets worse, not better. Look at Miles Patton. We got fastball into righties. We got fastball up to right-handers, which is such a nice compliment to his, multiple breaking pitches, and he can sink his fastball. So Miles Patton has made some really big pitches over the last several hitters.
Yeah, that pitch there, not only elevated, but just in enough, too, to tie up Torres. Hodo takes downstairs. Grounded out to end the first inning. So he's 0 for 1. No score, we're in the third. Final game of this 3-game series. Bama taking the first 2. 6-4 and 6-2. 1-0. Evens up the count.
Patton's making very good pitches. I'm a little overwhelmed by the danger of this Alabama lineup. It just never stops. There's no place for you to catch your breath. So even though Patton's making great pitches, you're one mistake away from the score changing.
Easier said than done sometimes, right? Especially from a pitching perspective. Don't play to the scoreboard. Don't pitch to the scoreboard. Just keep doing you, because you start doing that, also that's where you make the mistake, and all of a sudden, crooked numbers get on the board against you. 1-2.
Nice.
Called strike 3. 3 punch outs in the inning for Miles Patton. Out for the year with labrum surgery. Aggies send up 8-9-1 here in their half of the third inning. Erickson, Galloway, and then Kent. Sixth game for Sam Erickson's second start. The freshman chases the breaking ball with 2 balls, 2 strikes. Flower Mound, Texas. Down this area. 0 for 3 with an RBI this year. Now the 0-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Boy, A&M needs a long at bat, Victor. After the first inning, boy, did they make some express outs. I mean, just super quick at bats. There you go. I do like Erickson playing today, Victor, because, you know, when you're a freshman and you're getting a start like this, you're just in desperation mode. You're not pressing.
He picks up his first collegiate hit.
Now there's a spark. I mean, this is just a high compete factor at bat right there, right? Barely foul pitch off, and you can see Erickson's slowing his breath down. And
second time this afternoon that the Aggies have gotten their leadoff man to reach. Jacob Galloway, the catcher, steps in. 233 on the year, a couple of doubles, a home run, and 7 runs batted in. I figured they were going to play some small ball. Bunts it foul.
Galloway's very interesting to me, Victor. This is a kid as a freshman at USC. He's a West Coast guy, so we get a little inside game here. You know, was just excellent. And last year, not quite as good. This year, obviously off to a slow start. There's a better player in here in Jacob Galloway than what we're seeing so far.
1 ball, 1 strike. A junior, hit 286 last year at USC. Did have 6 home runs and 40 runs batted in, but being asked to drop a bunt here and sacrifice a runner over to second. This one chopped foul.
I mean, in theory, you're bunting at Michael Torres, Jason Torres, I should say, who's, you know, primarily played first base in his college career. You see him all the way in. Now he'll move back with 2 strikes. I don't think we're going to bunt with 2 strikes.
Alabama pretty much straight up defensively, not bunting. That pitch upstairs. Back pick to first base. And able to just get the hand back in there. Not a bad idea to pick on the freshman at first.
Yeah. See if the youngster's getting a little overzealous down there.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Galloway goes down, swinging at the breaking ball.
Yeah, just couldn't execute the bunt, and then you do the best you can with 2 strikes. That's, you know, you tip your hat to Alcock right there. Boy, that's a beautiful slider on the back foot of a left-handed hitter.
Top of the order now, Caden Kent. He walked in the first. Eventually stranded at third base. Hey, he's got the first 2 men on in the first, and then Laviolette, the shift on, hit a missile into the shift. That what LeBron was playing just to the right of the bag at second base and turned into a 6-3 double play. Aggies 9-6 here at home this year. That one's down to the dirt, 2-0. It's a team that was 37-3. Blue Bell last year.
And Victor, they've pitched
overall.
They've pitched great too. Like if you had told me a month ago that they're going to pitch great and have those struggles at home, I would have said there's no chance that's happening.
Kent skies this one behind the plate, and it's out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike.
When I look at this offense, Victor, it's very easy. You know, like that stat is damning, right? They're just, this weekend, they've been horrible with runners in scoring position. I don't think it's a clutch hit issue. I think the quality of the at-bats for A&M has been just way too inconsistent. There's a couple really good at-bats, and then there's a couple really fast outs, or maybe, you know, just not getting the job done. I just think there's not enough consistency in the quality of the at-bats.
Cal leave it up at 2 balls, 2 strikes, and that's a reaction of a hitter coming out of the batter's box. He knew he had a pitch to drive and just didn't get the job done.
Yep. It's been really fun to see Caden Kent come into his own this year, and he has done more than back up that postseason run last year, and he has really emerged. Bobby Alcock settling into this game. The back foot slider to Galloway, and how about just a backdoor curveball to Caden Kent right here. Same concept, spinning the baseball, but two different executions, both equally effective.
Tough pitch, too, for a right-handed batter to stay on, because it looks as if it's not going to be a strike, and it just hooks right in there.
I think about running here, Victor. You know, if Wyatt Hensler leads off the next inning, I'd be totally cool with that. I think if you're A&M, it might be a good time to be aggressive.
Bama's thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah, that's right. Jason Jackson, their pitching coach. He's not his first rodeo either, right?
Yep. Look, I think with the struggles that they've had and the inconsistencies, it's really all bets are off. I think you can try whatever it takes. Hit and run, whatever. This was yanked. Foul.
Now we say that, and then you see Hensler just scorch a ball like that.
Right.
I think for me, if I'm Mike Early, Sam Erickson has such a great energy to him today. He kind of looks unaffected by the struggles. He just happened to be there. I want to pour into that. Like I want to send him running here just because I want to channel that energy.
Good breaking ball, sharp. No balls, 2 strikes.
Alcock's really found the breaking balls. He has very quickly settled into this thing. It's a little dicey in the first for Bobby Alcock, not in the third. Executing pitches at a high level. We are top 1 through 9 coming at you.
Six, 7, and 8 due up for singles.
Man, how about like Miles Patton? You felt like created great momentum with the way he pitched in the third, and Bobby Alcock said, hold my beverage, basically, right? Like it was really settled into a pitcher's duel.
It's kind of that's nice. Check this out.
That's right.
My turn. 3 of the 4 strikeouts that Patton has racked up have been looking. Transfer out of Long Beach State. And it's down again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Patton made 11 starts for the Dirtbags last year. 4-3 and a 3.26 ERA. Southern California native. Count still 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I like Alabama's 2-strike approach. It's not like this pronounced spread out or choke up or anything like that, but there's a competitiveness to it, and they're very under control. They're not an easy punch out, Alabama.
Nice little pitcher's duel. Bobby Alcock of Alabama. Miles Patton. Starting pitchers this weekend overall. Been pretty solid. I mean, you can't really complain with Texas A&M. It's just that 3.75 ERA is magnified because the offense just has not been able to get it going yet.
Yeah, and I think if you're A&M, that's what you're clinging. That's what gives you great hope. Is your position player group while struggling, very talented. But man, the starting pitching's been dynamic, or been awesome. And Alabama too. They've been great on the front end. I would tell you, Victor, no one in the SEC is thrilled to show up for a weekend and deal with Zane Adams and Riley Quick, right? Riley Quick throwing 98-mile-an-hour sinkers.
2 balls and a strike. Cade Snell, who walked his first plate appearance. 98-mile-per-hour sinkers. That's good, right?
That's right. Not if you're hitting.
Right, no doubt. 3-1. It's a sixth 3-ball count that Patton has had the year.
Yeah, and for Alabama, it's the opposite. And in fairness, they're confident, they're rolling, and just every at-bat seems to be high quality. Whether it's a good result or a bad result, they're 9, they can get something started.
Swinging first pitch. This one skied out to shallow center. Laviolette squeezes it for round number 2. Speaking of Alabama, we'll get a chance to talk with Rob Vaughn. Bottom of the 4th.
You see him taking notes. That's the first poor at bat they've had there. You know, like they've barely swung at the first pitch. 4 out of 15 coming into that at bat. Coach Vaughn taking notes on that.
It's one of those, if you're going to let it fly, you got to make sure it's the pitch that you're looking for. Bonamolo, the center fielder, 0 for 1 with a fly ball to center. Takes a strike. Miles Patton has thrown pretty much everything in the kitchen sink through 3 2/3. Trying to keep it a 0-0 tie. Snell ends up at third base.
I don't know that. And Bonamolo's a flyer, right? That's a center fielder, so nothing you can do there.
Infield base hit, put runners at first and third. The top of the order now up. We're going to get a visit to the mound.
Jason Kelly. You know, when Mike Early was hired, Victor, a big part of that was, you know, your pitching coach, Jason Kelly, who had been the pitching coach at LSU and Arizona State. Jason Kelly left the head coaching position at Washington to come be the pitching coach at A&M. And, you know, that's the allure of the school, the allure of the league. And I love this visit right here. A&M's in one of those funks right now where this is a 0-0 game, and it feels like they're down 5-0. It's literally 0-0. And I love Jason Kelly coming out here and probably saying to his pitcher and his team, look, you're throwing the ball great. It's a left-on-left matchup, which we like. And make a pitch. You're 1 pitch away from getting in the dugout.
Going to face a leadoff man at Bryce Fowler, who's 0 for 2. Fly ball to center and a fly ball to right for Fowler. Snell, the base runner, at third. Bonamolo at first base. He'll run, as I said, 7 of 8 in stolen bases. That's in the dirt. Nice play by Galloway.
Same old Alabama challenge, right? Like you just getting Fowler here is a must because of the guy on deck. It just puts so much pressure on the pitcher.
Fowler 317 with runners in scoring position. Fouls that one off his leg.
Not great empathy in the stands, Victor. Poor guy just fouled a ball off his foot. And let's see. I'm pretty sure this hit him. Oh, yes, that hurts. Come on, fans.
Rub it. Rub it.
So great.
If it's your guy, you say don't rub it. If it's the opposition, you say rub it.
That's this is one of the great crowds that we have in college baseball. They're just at Bluebell Park. This is an awesome group.
No doubt. No doubt. Did they get up to the 13th ball last week?
Yeah. Tough to, I mean, that's a lot.
2 balls, 1 strike.
when you look up and Miles Patton about to throw his 80th pitch. And I don't think he's been not sharp. I think you credit the Alabama offense for that.
Two one. Fowler chops this one just foul. Wide of the bag at first. Counting it up at 2-2.
What do you think of this, Victor? I don't love Gavin Cash holding the runner here with 2 outs and 2 strikes. I want Gavin Cash back.
Yeah.
Left-handed hitter
right behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I don't love this. Just a huge hole for Fowler to hit into.
Kent, the shortstop, is shading a little bit toward the middle. 2-2 lifted. This one will be on left field line side. And squeezing it is Terrence Kill. 2 on and 2 stranded. We'll hit the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll hear from Rob Vaughn when we come back.
Just a game-changing type player, you know, just like the guy standing in the box right now. I know Jace hasn't had the start he's wanted to have, but there ain't a more terrifying guy in the box than that guy. And so, you know, same way for Braun. He just changed the game on both sides of the ball. I mean, that double play made in the first is not an easy play by any means, and he made it look routine, and that's what great players do.
Rob, last one for me. Your dad played at A&M, the great Eddie Vaughn, but we see him up in the stands decked out in Alabama gear. Like, well done. How'd we pull that off?
No, I told him, I said, Pop, I love you, but I said I better not see you sway into the Aggie war him. And he's got his Aggie ring on, and man, he's
yes.
I grew up coming to tons of games here, tons of games across the street at Kyle Field, and it's kind of weird being on the other side, but that's a father's love right there. He's willing to put that aside and root for the Tide today.
That's awesome. Coach, we really appreciate it. I know you're down at the end of the dugout with Laviolette at the plate, so we'll get you out of there.
I appreciate it. Roll Tide, guys.
Got it. Rob Vaughn, the head coach for Alabama. Laviolette with a 1-ball, 2-strike count. 3-4-5 for the Aggies. They're half of the 4th.
That's a good take right there. That's the take you need, like just trusting the guy behind you, not trying to do too much.
Eddie Vaughn, 1968 Aggies, and seated to the left, number 18. There's Mr. Vaughn.
So great. Rob Vaughn told us a great story. He was a great player at Kansas State as they were really turning that program around, and obviously Rob Vaughn was raised an Aggie, and when the Kansas State coaches were coming to recruit him and do the home visit, his truck had all kinds of Texas A&M stickers on it. He had to back his truck up so the Kansas State coaches, Brad Hill and that great coaching staff, couldn't see it. So cool. I can't even imagine how proud. He has put the ball on the field all weekend. He's played good defense, and when things have gone well for A&M, Terrence Kill has been right in the middle of it.
So man in scoring position with 1 out. Gavin Cash at the plate. Cash struck out leading off the 2nd. One of 5 strikeouts. Bama's starting pitcher Bobby Alcock making his 5th start. Pickoff attempt at second base and almost throws it away.
I think, Victor, this is where if you're A&M, the stat, they may even know it in the dugout, right? They're 5 for 24 with runners in scoring position this weekend. You can't just force that, right? Like, it's have a good at-bat. Win pitches if you're Gavin Cash. Being overly anxious because you're going to be the guy that fixes the runner in scoring position situation, that's where you get into problems. So, to me, that first take by Gavin Cash, I thought was really positive that we're not forcing it if you're A&M.
Cash at 364 on the year with men in scoring position. It was ruled a single with an error on Norton, the second baseman. Putting a man in scoring position for the Aggies here in the 4th. 2-0.
big moment. I mean, Gavin Cash, he's one swing away from making this a 2-0 game.
Lays off. 3-0.
Do you like green light here, or do you dislike? I'm torn on this one, Victor.
We've got a freshman, Sawyer Farr, on deck, so I think that's probably why they're quasi-pitching around him.
I don't dislike the take.
I think if you're green lighting him, you're saying, hey, man, it's got to be a fastball middle in. Anything else is just spit on it, right?
Yep, very fair.
I don't think if you're Alabama with first base open, you're okay with that, and to take your chances with the youngster that's coming up. That was just the third 3-ball count that Alcock has had in this game. Second free pass that he's issued. And visit him now. 54 pitches for the redshirt senior, Bobby Alcock, out of Lynn, Massachusetts. Did not play last year at Alabama. He was a transfer from Gardner Webb, Big South Pitcher of the Year back in 2023. Coming into play today, 4 starts. He had pitched 13 innings. Gone 3 1/3 so far with 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. Looks really sharp. This is the second time in this game in which he has had some traffic on the bases. The other time was in the first, and then was fortunate enough to get that double play off the bat of Laviolette left before retiring kill.
And he's done it with, the fastball's been a good pitch, and slider and curveball have been good pitches for him today.
Farr, the second baseman, skied one to center at his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1. Kill at second, Cash at first. Breaking ball's in for a strike. Farr out of Fort Worth. 0-1. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
You can see Farr slowing his breath down. Like it's a big moment in this game, and it's not lost on Sawyer Farr.
One pitch. That's that fastball. You see the reaction of Farr.
Yep.
He knew he had a pitch in the inner half. And it's 1-2.
Credit Alcock, boy, and maybe that's a little bit more in than we can tell from our angle, but boy, that's a well-executed fastball, that's for sure.
And that pitch on the same side of the plate, that is deadly.
He's really attacked these left-handed hitters with a breaking ball starting middle and then in off the plate. Hey, it's a high-risk, high-reward pitch, because if you miss just a little bit, you're right in that storm that is down and into a left-handed hitter. But he's got it in off the plate, and A&M's got no answer for it.
So Hayden Schott steps in, the DH. Skied one to left his first time up. Swings at the first pitch, grounds one to second base. And the Aggies get a couple of men on and leave them stranded. We are through 4 at Bryan College Station. We're still scoreless.
Where do you pitch to Justin LeBron right now? I don't know.
Swinging first pitch, rolls one towards short. Got to get rid of it quickly, and they retire LeBron to start this 5th inning. We just whammied him. We built him up.
That's right.
Just we're in the ground.
It's all me. It's all me, Justin. I'll take that one. 0 for 1, Coach Rooney. Miramar is Miami-ish, is that correct?
Yeah, it's up Victor? In the Broward County, north of Miami. So it's Fort Lauderdale, west. I think it's southwest. I forget what the name of it. It's out towards you probably don't know where Sunrise is at, where the Florida Panthers play, but between Fort Lauderdale and the west side of Sunrise.
I do know that Archbishop.
I apologize.
You're good. Archbishop McCarthy, where he went, like I feel like that high school has produced a ton of great players.
Yeah, that's
and
a really
so,
good school.
Yeah, but